decisions decide destiny. Whether it's going to be a destiny full of beauty, envy, and color, or a destiny full of bitterness, shame, and retrogression, you have a responsibility to choose. Now, decisions have consequences. There are consequences attached to every decision, and the consequences have already been pre-programmed. So in this world, we are at liberty to choose only our decision, not our consequences. Now, if I go to the summit of this building and jump, chances are excellent that I would fall. So the consequence of that action is falling, and you see that it has already been pre-programmed. It's not as though when I jump that the consequence suddenly emerges. This is a law that is precise and exact. It does not function arbitrarily. You see, my friends, and we understand this law at an elementary level, yet we still make poor decisions. Now, similarly so, there's a lighter here. If I turn this lighter on and put my hand, it will burn me. That is the consequence that comes with, that is attached to that decision. Now, this lighter is here, but it hasn't burnt me because I've not made that decision that activates the consequences. Now, why do we know all of this? We know all of this to be true. You know this is true. Yet, why do you still make poor decisions? Because the consequences are not as immediate as these two extreme examples I just gave. By Newton's third law, we understand that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For every input, there's an equal proportion and output. As you sow, you shall reap. So the question now is, what are you imputing into the universe, and what action or what consequence would come from the seed that you have sown? People frown at consequences a lot. Oh, I'm poor. Why am I poor? You wake up after sleeping 10 hours. You scroll for 4 hours on your phone endlessly on TikTok or whatever outlet you decide to release that degenerate act through. Whatever outlet you decide to use. So you frown at consequences a lot. I eat KFC every day, but I'm overweight. Oops. You see, people live a life of massive promiscuity, a life that is massively unrestrained, a life that is massively hedonistic. And why do they do this? Because, like I said, the consequences are not immediate, so you do not see the immediate consequences of your actions. Therefore, you have no reason to change. You have no reason to change. And you think your decisions, your poor decisions, is never going to catch up to you. You think that you're never going to pay the bill of all your poor decisions. But it is a fallacy, because you think that all your actions are inconsequential to the outcome of your future. It's a fallacy. That is what the mainstream media wants you to believe. That is what the eons that control this world want you to believe, so that they can keep you at the bottom of the barrel. Decisions decide destiny. You don't want to be the guy who wakes up 30, 40, 50 years from now and regret what they did, and regret who they hung out with, regret the poor decisions they made, regret who they hung out with, regret that their inability to have started exercising at an early age, regret having not started that business they've always wanted to start, regret. Because if you don't take life by the horns, you're a byproduct. You become a byproduct of chance. As always, it's always a pleasure speaking to you guys. Till next time.